Good morning. It's 7 a.m. now on January 1st of 2025. Happy New Year. And I'm out here in the middle of the woods near Dahlonega in Georgia to do the Bull Mountain Trail. And I drove here. I've been up since like 3 o'clock, but I drove here, took my time, and I'm just waiting for more light because every time I seem to start hiking before there's enough light, it ends up, I usually take a wrong turn and get lost or end up going the wrong way. So I'm waiting. But I did make it out here. I navigated safely on this road. I had to take a paved road. It's a Forest Service road. It is a little rough at times, but easily negotiated, I think, with almost any car. Any low riding car or sports car or something, definitely don't want to come out here. But any kind of SUV, Jeep, truck, obviously you can make it. And probably even a regular car, I think you'd be able to make it out here as well. So that's it. So it wasn't that bad though. It was only about a mile, and it was just less under 2 miles. It's a cool 39 degrees outside, but it's actually a lot lower with the wind chill. And so it's a chilly one. I think the high is supposed to be around 50 today. So cold front moved in last night and dropped down. So probably into the upper 20s in the middle of the night. So that's it. I'm just waiting for more light, and then I'll get started. Good morning. It's 7:25. I just walked up the hill back on the road. I came in. Here's the little information board. Hard to read right now, so I guess I won't be able to do it. But I'm going to be hiking, and looks like the trail is this way. The road is closed over here. It's gated off. So I guess there's like 2 parking areas. They probably alternate them to reduce wear. But this road is blocked off, and this is where I'm going to go. There is a marker here for biking trail, and it looks like a horse trail, but I don't see a hiking one. But I believe the hiking and the bike trail, at least along the road here, go together. So there's 2 other cars in the parking lot. So I'm assuming there's some people out here camping somewhere. So it's quite chilly. It's probably in the mid 30s. Good morning. It's 7:55. I've gone, we'll call it 1.4 miles. I'm rounding up. It's almost 1.4. The trail that I'm doing, I think I've been describing like a lollipop. So basically there's like a road leading in to the loop, and then obviously the same road that I come in on is the same road I'm going to come out, and will take me back to the parking lot. Well, I'm still walking on that road. I thought I had already reached the loop, but I was wrong. I'm using Alltrails for navigation, kind of just to let me know where I'm at, but I'm just following honestly what appears to be a trail. I have not seen any real markings or blazes, but I admit I'm kind of poorly looking for them. But, intuitively, once you've gone hiking a little bit, you can kind of follow a trail pretty easily. But it's also easy to get confused and walk off in the wrong way. And if there's multiple trails, it's pretty easy to, if you're not paying attention, walk on the wrong one. Absolutely beautiful views, sort of through the trees because it's winter. You can see the mountains. Not the best of views if you're looking for that majestic, open landscape. I got a text last night from a fellow hiker that I met last February when I started out on Springer. His name is Chris. And him and I basically flew into Atlanta on the same day. We don't know each other. we had never met, but we shared a ride from the airport to Amicalola by Ron Brown. And we both started the approach trail together, and we ended up camping the first night together. I don't think we stayed together after that. And I had always assumed, I never know what happened to him. And I figured he finished his hike probably by now and he's back home. I think in one of the episodes a little while ago, I think I discussed that. I said, yeah, he's probably done home already because it was in October. Well, he reached out to me and it was just so random, but yet at the same time, I'm so glad he did. Well, he, unfortunately for him, had an injury as well and ended up not completing his hike. But he made it to Damascus and he has a foot injury, which he's still battling even today. He told me he has to have surgery actually to correct it on his foot. So I don't know exactly, we didn't go into the specifics, and but obviously it's probably quite severe injury if he needs some sort of reconstructive surgery. And here we are, 10 months down the road. We met in February, and I was just so glad to hear from him though, and know that he's doing okay, and I'm thinking of him and hoping that he recovers and can get back out hiking. So here you can see there is markings at least, and 223 is, I'm assuming, the Bull Mountain Trail. We're gonna go this way, and that's us with a hiker on 223. And you can see it's co-located. It's used by bicyclists, horses, and of course hikers. So, and this is going to be a big loop. So I'm going to go up this way, follow this up, and after many, many miles, hopefully I'm going to come back to this intersection right here, and then I'll have to just make it down to the parking lot. I've done 1.75 miles from the parking lot to here, so it's not, right around the corner, but it's not that far. So I was just so happy that Chris reached out to me, and I wish him all the best. And I have to look. He sent me a picture he says he took 3,500 pictures during his several weeks on the trail. He did to Damascus, which I believe, if memory serves me correct, is just shy of 500 miles, but 3,500 pictures. Wow, that's a lot of pictures and videos and things like that. Good morning, it's 8:21, so it means I've been walking about an hour. I've done 2.4 miles. I don't know if you can hear that wind whipping through. I'm coming toward the top of the mountain, so I'm expecting, definitely feels a little chillier here and cold. I bought a cheapo backpack for the hike. Bought a day pack. I really realized I needed a day pack. I was gonna bring my regular backpack, but I have so few items in it that it just shifts around. It's too light and too big for what I need for a day hike. I actually took some stuff out of it. I was putting stuff in it to give it weight, which of course, who wants to carry weight? So I ended up going to Walmart and just buying some Ozark Trail day pack. Really, I think it's advertised, I think it's a 25 liter backpack. Probably weighs too much, but I've got 2 bottles of water, some snacks, rain jacket, rain pants, actually more for wind. It gets really cold, or I feel like I'm getting really chilled to the bone, so to say, or if I got rained on and my pants were wet, I would probably throw those on to keep warm. I took my puffy jacket out. I'm wearing my new Z-Packs fleece, which I'm actually liking. It's very lightweight and sheer, but yet it does offer me some level of warmth. Although right now I'm walking toward the top of the mountain, it's quite windy. I can feel the wind going through it, but it's not as bad as my other fleece I had. I had a Patagonia one, and that to me was heavier. If I was hiking, I would sweat more in it, but it would also lose heat very rapidly in cold weather. Like it was breezy, you would just feel the wind going right through you. I'm quite happy with it. Here it is on me. Here's the backpack. I've got my Garmin InReach since I'm out here. There was no cell service at the start of the trail, but I believe I have it now, but I'm not sure. But usually when you go higher up, you probably hit a cell tower somewhere in the distance. Yeah, just looking forward to making the miles, getting her done. Like I said, I got my headphones on, I'm listening to a podcast. I got the buff beanie, which I haven't worn, I don't know how long. I thought I have a heavier hat and gloves, but I figured once I started walking, I mean, I feel like I'm already sweating on my head anyway. So, but I don't want it to be, you know, I need a little warmth. So, other than that, it's nice. Have not seen a person since I left the cabin. I probably passed, I would say, and I don't think I'm exaggerating, it took me about 40 minutes to get here. I actually stopped and got gas because I saw a gas station. So I went the opposite direction that my GPS is telling me, and I figured, let me fill up. I was at half a tank. I'm like, I got time to kill because I'm so early. And I have not seen, I saw maybe 7 cars pass me on the highway, including 2 trucks. So, but it was so early. And you know, it's New Year's Day, so people are mostly off, hopefully, and spending time with family and just enjoying not having to get up and go to work, or maybe recovering from partying too much. So I was just like, wow, there's nobody out here. It's great. Once you lose cell service, you know, you're really okay. Now you're out here, but yeah, but it's nice and quiet, serene. I don't even hear cars. Haven't heard a car or a truck since, you know, I came into the parking lot. No engines of any kind, no motors, just nice quality green time, as I say. And I'm walking here. Must be a culvert here or something. There's a ditch with a pipe I just crossed over, and I got a little bit of a climb. So I'm gonna put this away and stop rambling on, and we'll check back in. I'm at 2.6 miles. It's 8:47. I've done 3.53 miles. I was gonna stop and grab some food. Found this old derelict vehicle here. I actually seen pictures of it on the some of the reviews and sites. It's quite windy over here, so it's pretty chilly. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna get down a little lower, and then I'm gonna stop, maybe have a bar or something. Definitely need to eat something. I've been walking probably an hour and a half. I forgot how long it is. I'm gonna check the map again, but obviously I believe I'm on the trail. There's really no markings. I haven't seen any markings really, just once or twice at that, you know, kind of split back at where the loop begins. But there's really no other trails that I've come across to confuse me. So I've just been following what seems to be the naturally inherent trail in front of me. And that seems to be working for me. Still quite breezy here and cold. The sun hasn't come up over the mountains really, so I haven't even been able to get any sunlight to warm up a little bit. But the wind here is just whipping. So could be worse actually. I shouldn't say that, but when you're up in the top there, I felt it, and even through here, it's coming behind me and I feel it. So the backpack helps keep me warm on my back, and I'm glad I have this little buff on. It's keeping me warm. I forgot my other buff, the one that goes around my neck. I wish I had that now. It would keep my neck and chin warm. Well, I came down to an area where it's not quite so windy. I had a little tiny bar and took a drink, and I'm walking again, and I checked the map. I'm still on the trail, and it looks like I am going up over that mountain in front of me. It's going to be the tallest part of the trail that I'm hiking, so I've got some up to do. It looks like there might be a switchback or two though, which I'm hoping there are, because it looks pretty steep from where I am right now. Well, it's further on down the trail. It's 9:15 now. I've gone 4.6 miles. I went up, came down a little bit, and I think I got more climbing to do. The hill wasn't that bad. There were a switchback or two. It's a little muddy over here and wet, so it's slowing me down a little bit. It's getting quite windy. I think I'm coming, obviously there's this slope here and you got some wind probably being forced up it, and it's really windy here and it's quite cold, and all the rain they've had, it's quite wet. I'm gonna try and get through here without getting wet. Too bad. I decided not to bring my boots on this trip because I like walking in my shoes. So I'm wearing my Alltrails, and I'd really prefer not to get wet if I don't have to, but that's not working out too well for me. Ugh. Okay, just my toes dipped in the water there. But my hands are quite cold. Got my hood up now, trying to keep a little heat on my neck and my head warm. I think I still have some more climbing to do. I don't think I'm up the top yet. I can see rising terrain around me. So hopefully this goes around this mountain on a switchback to the other side. But the sun's finally rising up enough that I'll probably get some sun on me in a little while. Well, I've reached a crossroads where two trails meet, 223B and 223A. One is called, I think, the Jones Creek Trail, if I'm looking at the map or something like that. The other one is, I believe, the one that I'm taking, so it's the Bull Mountain. So I'm gonna take the 223B trail, but my body wants to go the other way because I think it's shorter. But of course, I'm setting up to do this, and I got a climb coming up. I'm going up the hill here. So this one looks like it cuts across to on the other side of the loop that I'll be going up. So it looks like I'm going up a mountain, coming down, and then these two trails will probably meet again further up. But I have to look at the map again. But anyway, we're gonna continue going on. It's still quite chilly. It's 9:20 right now. I've done 4.9 miles rounding up. I have 4.88 actually. Enjoying the sun, warming up for a second. Got a view of some mountains in the distance. I have no idea which ones they are. I'm gonna try and take a look at a map. Well, looks like I've got a little rock hopping or wet to do. Looks like I might be able to get across staying dry with just minimal water. So, it's 9:50 in the morning now, coming up on the 6-mile mark shortly. I'm at 5.95 now. I'm in the sun, so it's warmed up a little bit. It's not quite as windy here. I am, I believe, coming up to the peak of this trail, the highest point on the trail. I'm showing at 2680 right now, so it's only a couple of feet. It's getting windy as I'm coming up on the top. You might be able to hear the wind. At least the very serious elevation change I just finished. So it wasn't too bad actually. It was a gentle kind of slope. There were some switchbacks. There was a couple of 100 feet of climb in there, but very doable. Just taking your time and just going, plodding along. I'm pretty fortunate. I had a couple of stream crossings. You saw the one with the rocks there. There was another one just after it that was flat, but it was broad, and there was some water flowing, and it was kind of muddy and spongy. So I managed to get my shoes slightly wet, just the toes, really, the corners of them. They're mostly dry because I'm wearing trail runners. I'm wearing my Ultra trail runners. It's a little later. It's just after 10 now. I'm walking, and I wasn't sure, but it is definitely drizzling. Great, that's what I need. It's not raining that hard yet, so I'm gonna hold off stopping and putting on my rain jacket. But if it does start raining with any intensity, I will definitely put my rain jacket on because it's quite cold. So definitely don't want to be cold and windy and wet. So the sun is shining though, but it looks like it might just be a cell or two. So I'm gonna hope that that's what it is, but you can see rain coming down in the glare of the sun. It's 20 after 10 now. Still walking around the trail here. I'm coming up on 7.3 miles, doing a climb up to the top of this ridge. The last probably half mile has been mostly down since that last mountaintop. These are much smaller. So far it's been nice. I gotta say the trail is actually very nice. I mean, it's not a difficult, rocky terrain or anything like that. It's soft. There's a lot of leaves. You got to be careful. It is slippery. There's roots, but it's a very nice trail actually. So far I would recommend it. Obviously it's long. You got to plan. I'm probably I'm more than halfway done, but I've been walking probably at least 3 hours already. So the estimate of 6 hours to 7 hours is probably a good one. I'm definitely feeling I haven't been walking as much lately, last 2 weeks with the holidays and travel and just family and stuff. I haven't been able to really get out and do long walks, and plus I haven't done any training for elevation at all. So this is both great for me to do and also challenging, but so far so good. Haven't had any pain anywhere in the knee or in my leg, especially the left side, the one that usually gives me trouble, but I don't expect that I will have any trouble with it. And I'm just walking down, so this nice, view of the mountains in the distance. It's broken up by the trees obviously, but still pretty in its own way. This is a nice piece of trail. It's pretty well graded and it's smooth, and it's just nice along this ridge, and you got the valley off to the left. Sun's kind of getting hidden by some clouds now, and the wind's picked up, so it's getting a little chilly again over here. So I'm gonna keep moving, keep it warm. It's 10:50. I've gone we'll make it 8.9 miles, and I've come to this other trail that's coming off over here, which is the trail that I saw back on the other side of the split. So you can see here, I think that's, I forgot the name of it, the Ridge Trail or something, 223A, and this is 223B where I just came down, right here. And I'm gonna continue going on. And just a little further than that, there's the marker to show you what trail you're on. So those have really been the only trail markers I've seen. I guess they figure you're not going to get lost, or there's no need to direct you, because really there's no other option except following the trail. So I guess it's really not necessary. And it's chilly because the sun is being blotted out by some clouds. Like I said, I felt some rain again, but it stopped. It was just a couple of sprinkles. So I never stopped to put a rain jacket on or anything. A little further down, coming to the trail, there's a little barrier, and a new trail, 223C. So I won't be taking that one. I'm going to stay on this loop. So I guess you can easily get your bicycle around there, but you couldn't take an ATV probably up here. Good thing I decided to look. I need to go, I guess, this way, because that's Lance Creek. So I guess I need to go across this water here. Flowing pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna be able to rock hop and keep dry. So it looks like I am going to get my feet wet. Oh well, no time like the present I'll try to rock hop as much as possible, but I don't think I'm going to be able to keep dry. There's no rocks in the middle there. Yep, just wet. Oh, it's nice and cold. That did not feel good. You can see my shoes are wet. Okay, and I can see a blaze. This is a nice campsite. Over here, you can see a campsite behind me. That would be a good campsite to stay at. Or right here, and I'm gonna continue going on the trail here. So you can see right there on the blaze, on the tree, and this says authorized personnel only. So I'm gonna go this way. I'll walk a little bit and then I'll check the map, make sure I'm going the right way. And it's uphill, of course. Okay, so I am in fact on the trail. I was supposed to go this way. I guess this is called Lance Creek, and that gives the trail the name. It's called the Lance Creek Trail. So unfortunately, there's no camping right here. That's where the orange sign on the tree is. But the campsite right before, which is probably 50 feet up, to me is pretty nice. That would be a great campsite because you have, obviously you're right here by the loop and you have water as well. And a nice flat area, looks like. So climbing up, which will give me a chance to get my shoes dry, I hope. So I just basically walked through the water after the first 3 or 4 rocks. There was no, all the rocks were submerged anyway. And it was a balancing act. I figured it's just easier to walk. So as you can see, I'm heading up like a drunken sailor, weaving my way around the rocks. It's 10 after 11. I've gone just over 9.5 miles. I'm at about 14 or 1500 feet, and I think I have to go up to 1700 to get over this, I guess, peak or mountain, whatever it is, hill. Back on, there's a blaze, so you know where you are, or a marker, I should say. It's not really a blaze. And so I know I'm on the right path. I've got about another maybe 200 to 300 feet of climb left to get to the top of this peak. So I've come to another, I guess, decision point, whether to go left or straight. I'm gonna stay, I'm noticing now these purple or blue ones. I guess it's purple, really. I'm gonna stay on that. I believe that is the right path, but I won't know until I go walk on it and then check the map. This is another trail that goes off because it has 223D. I've never seen that before, so I'm gonna stay on this one, which is the C trail. And I believe that's gonna take me back to where I need to go. And I'm pretty confident in that. So just past that sign, this is the trail that I'm doing. I'm climbing up. I'm trying to get to this peak. Shoes are still wet. Feet are a little chilly, but not cold, because I'm keeping active. But it's a little windier here. See at the top. Well, I think I've reached the top of the crest of that hill, and at least for now, I'm heading down. I'm at exactly 10 miles now, and it is 11:24. With level ground or trending down, I can pick up a pace a little bit. I'm definitely nicer here. It's warmer. I got the sun still behind some clouds up ahead. You can see the clouds are socked in over here. In the distance, though, it's clear. So perhaps soon there'll be some more sunlight and warming up. But I'm perfectly comfortable here. It's not windy, and it's actually quite pleasant. All is still good in the woods. I guess that's 4 hours, 10.23 miles. I've come back to the trail that leads in from the loop. Here is the loop that I started, which is just trail 223. And this is the one I just came on, which is 223C as in Charlie. So I'm gonna head back this way and make it back to the fire service road, I hope, and my vehicle. So I think it was 1.7 to get here. I was right, but I'm not sure anymore. So anyway, we're gonna take it down. I believe this is the way I came up, this way. They both lead to the same place, so I'm just gonna go down this way. Well, it's almost 12 o'clock. I've gone 11.5 miles, and I'm probably halfway back to my car on the approach trail, I'm calling it. Basically that little entry loop, the entry path before you hit the loop. So, and it's luckily more or less down. So it's not that bad. Easy tread. Once again, it's packed, it's rock, and then there's dirt, a lot of leaves. The bottom of my feet are definitely feeling it. I've been coming a lot down. So had a couple of twinges in my knee back around the 10-mile mark. But so far, nothing serious. So, and I am thinking of it constantly to see. I'm giving it more attention than it probably should have. Okay, it's about 2-3 minutes later. You can just see I just passed my first person I've seen, hiker heading up the trail, as I'm heading down. I've done 11.82 miles. I think I've been walking just under 5 hours. So I don't know if I gotta look over the map again to see, because they said it was 13.7 and I'm at 11.8. I'm not that far away from the car, so it's not gonna be another 2 miles. I should be there within 10 minutes or less. I can see the gate blocking the road in front of me. Beautiful day now. The sun's come out a little bit. There's still some clouds. It's cool. Okay, it's about 2 minutes later. It's 5 minutes after 12. I've made it here to the little kiosk. Yeah, so according to that map there, and I'm gonna try and pull it up when I get home electronically, it's 11.2 miles for the path. I'm at 11.92 now, back to the parking area. So I'll definitely make 12 when I reach my car.